thought I'd try a new segment today called If I Cared News. I'll be discussing various news items as if I care. Well, that's the general premise. Here goes. Barr is claiming that Trump's responsible for the riots because he kept playing up the election fraud LARPing. Well, logic then dictates that perhaps H.A. Goodman should be indicted for what happened. I noticed the other day, I didn't care when I noticed it, that a big cardboard cutout of what's-her-face, Affleck's, she looks like his daughter, or could be his daughter, but it's his girlfriend. What is he, like 45, and she's like 20? Something weird. Yesterday I didn't care, and then today I don't really care, but the stalkerazzi got a close-up of the alleged movie star. I think it's rigged. I don't go to movies. I don't know anyone who's ever gone to a movie theater in the last 10, 20 years. So I don't know if it's really going on. I didn't care too much. Maybe I cared a little bit, but the newspaper article was saying he looked gaunt. I guess I could go into that. Oh, the poor baby. But I might retire that shtick before it really took off. Yeah, I noticed the agent provocateur angle. I noticed certain disinfo shills are jumping all over that. It's called Where Were You 15 Years Ago, when others already knew about COINTELPRO. Yeah, you were a fake comic on cocaine. That's what happened there. Yeah, I noticed the other day I sounded exactly like Alec Baldwin, but I'm trying to not overthink it. It's like Marcus Smart will hit a three-pointer. He gets really lucky or something, but then he's like, oh, I must have the hot hand. Clanks about 7 in a row. But out of the 5 to 10 hardcore Tokyo Shemp listeners, perhaps a few of them couldn't care less about basketball and I've alienated them. Oh yeah, we were talking agent provocateurs. That guy John Sullivan, the thing I would have said when it first came out, I would have said, oh yeah, look at how they're turning the obvious agent provocateur into Black Lives Matter. But I noticed other guys. There's an InfoWars guy out there today, Biggs. I was like, that guy. It's like you see Baked Alaska. You're like, oh, I've heard of that guy. Another one that I know was Ali Akbar. He's a total agent provocateur. He's from that Robert Stacey McCain batch of Republicans. You had the Pataricos, but then you had a little more of the hillbilly-styled Republican base. There's a bit of an intersectionality going on. It was tough on them, saying that I was the father of the Brett Kimberlin awareness movement. Despite that shtick of mine helping them out, it was just the truth. I wasn't like, oh, I'm a right-wing operative and I'm going to help them out. No, they were stupid. It took them close to 2 years before they even stole from my shtick. It's called shtick theft. So Mandy Nagy stole my shtick on Kimberlin. Then she had like some catastrophic illness. You have the obvious disinfo shows out in the field. You know, before Whitney Webb, I think they were trying to make Emily Molly into the Whitney Webb. What about that woman activist? She used to go on with Independent Outsider and Deb Delapiana. And then she stalked and harassed Nina Turner. And I grabbed that off of her YouTube page. What about her? That was insane. And then they all tie themselves to the hips. They do it to themselves. Redneckonomics tied herself to Delapiana. That Roar Media is Uphill Media. I exposed them and the Joy Choden stuff. Then all of a sudden they're like, oh, it's a coincidence, but we're moving away from those. Those are the fake leftists. We're the real ones. We talk about disinfo agents and provocateurs. They're just mimicking me and anyone else who thinks the same way. I have that thing with Redneckonomics saying she's got no problem with looting. Talk about hilarious. They don't fool me. They can have fake fights with Sheridan. That's all they do. I've seen it all before. Those are fake fights. I don't even know what it's about. I go looking to see what they're whining about. Jordan Sheridan. It's just more fights. Remember Ebon Ken had that fake fight with Tim Black? It's not my fault they leave everything out there in the open to easily tie together. The Mitchell Health and Joy Choden part. Maybe I just like saying their names. I'm not the loser who put Health on Graham Elwood's show 5 times. I'm not the one who interviewed Redneckonomics. Oh yeah, it's quite the coincidence. Coincidences happen all the time in this universe. That's what that was.